Today we're going to review the equations of lines. And hopefully we remember that we have two basic forms that we use the most when writing equations of lines. The first is the slope-intercept form, and the second is the standard form. First, we're going to deal with the slope-intercept form. And the slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m equals the slope of the line, and b, let's get a different color, let's make it yellow, and b equals the y-intercept. And the y-intercept is quite literally the place where the line crosses the y-axis. So let's look at a couple examples over here. We got example 1 for y-axis. We have our x-axis. We recall that our slope is our rise over run. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 is our rise, and 1, 2 is our run, so 4 over 2 reduces down to 2. Our y-intercept is right there, which is 1, 2, 3, so b equals -3, and our equation is y equals 2x minus 3. All right, so example 2. We're doing rise over run, 1, 2, 3, 4. But since our rise is down, it's a -4, and our run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our slope is -4/5. Then our y-intercept, which is right there, is 1, 2, -2. So y equals -4/5 x minus 2. And let's box these in, make it easy for it to grade so we get full credit, and then come down to 3. Our slope is going to be, our rise is -1, and our run is 1, 2, 3, so -1/3. And then our y-intercept is right there at the origin, so b equals 0. And the equation for our line is -1/3 x. And we don't have to add the +0 because we know that adding 0 is adding nothing. So we can leave that off. And then our fourth example, let's find our slope, our rise, 1, 2, 3. And our run, 1, 2, 3. 3 over 3 is 1, so our slope is 1. Our y-intercept, right there it is. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So y equals 1x, so we don't have to write the 1, plus b, so it's y equals x plus 4. Let's move on down to the standard form. The standard form, not nearly as helpful since we're using slope a lot in this section, but we can work with it. So the standard form is ax plus by equals c. And a, b, and c are all going to equal numbers, real numbers, coefficients. And then x and y equal, well, x and y. So using this, if we have it in the standard form, we're going to want it in the slope-intercept form because that gives us better information. And as we recall from above, our slope-intercept form looks like this. So all we got to do is perform some algebra magic and get this into this form. So first thing we're going to do is get that y all by itself. So we get y equals negative x plus 6. That is our slope-intercept form. So we are done with this guy. Let's head over to example 8. Well, first thing, we're going to get the y by itself. 2y equals negative 5x minus 2. Well, 2y is not the same as y, so we need to divide everything by 2 and end up with y equals negative 5 halves x minus 1. Done with that. Let's look at example 9. All right, first thing, get the y by itself. Negative 4y equals negative 2x plus 28. Well, if we look back up here, that's just y. It's not negative y. So we're going to divide through everything by negative 2, or by negative 4. Why did I write negative 2? By negative 4. So we get y equals, here we have a negative over top of a negative, so that's going to be a positive. So 2 over 4 is a half x minus 7. Number 10, negative 3x to both sides. So you get negative 5 equals negative 3x plus 5. And we're just going to divide through by negative 1. And we're done with that. Number 11, get the y by itself. Then we're going to divide by 8. Nice and easy. And then number 12. Get the x over, get the y by itself, divide by negative 4, and end up with 1/4 x equals y. And we're done. And just remember, when we've got the standard form, we need to be in this form. And we can do that very easily through algebra, solving for y, just as if we would solve for x. We're going to solve for y and leave our x in there.